Hello friends, welcome to BSc Agriculture. If you are coming to my channel for the first time, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So let's move to the video. In this video, we are going to see about fundamentals of biochemistry. I am going to cover Unit 3 and the lecture topic is amino acids and their classification and their different structures. So while seeing a little introduction about amino acids, which is nothing, we must need to see the protein, which is coined by J.J. Berzelius in 1838. As well as he used it to derive the protein word from a Greek word which is a proteus, which means the first rank. So the macromolecular polymers, which is composed of amino acids, are the basic units of the protein, as well as they are used to be linked by the peptide bonds. So the amino acids are the fundamental structure of all the proteins present in the human body. So while seeing its occurrence, they are used to be found only in all the living cells. So they are the essential constituents of protoplasm, cell membrane, as well as the nuclear material. They use it to have a simple protein as well as the complex proteins with the lipids or nucleic acids. So tuber crops contain less amount of protein. So the enzymes are the specialized proteins, so which is used for the catalytic activity, as well as the hormones, which serves as a regulator of metabolic activities in the living organisms. So while seeing the amino acids, so there are around 20 different amino acids. So they use it to have a tribal as well as common name based on the source which they are isolated, and based on the properties they use it to acquire in nature. For example, asparagine, which is used to be isolated from a crop asparagus. So while seeing the amino acid group, while seeing amino acid, the amino acid group contain a carboxyl group which is attached to the same carbon, which is an alpha carbon except proline. So they use it to have different side chains, which is known as R groups. So there are around 20 different amino acids which is found as a standard or normal protein amino acids. So while seeing the classifications of protein amino acids, so they are basically classified into 4 groups based on the chemical nature of all groups in the amino acids. So they are aliphatic, aromatic, heterocyclic, and sulfur containing amino acids. So the meaningful classification of amino acid is based on the polarity of the R group present in that amino group. So based on the classification of polarity of the R group, so they are classified as non-polar and aliphatic R group, which is a hydrophobic, and the amino acid with non-polar aromatic R group, and the other one is a polar uncharged R group, and the amino acid with polar charged R group. So these are the classifications of polarity of amino acids. So the first one, amino acid with a non-polar, which is a hydrophobic in nature and also known as aliphatic R group. These are the group of amino acids which includes glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, and proline. They are basically used to have a hydrocarbon R group which are non-polar and hydrophobic in nature. So the side chains of alanine, valine, leucine are importantly promoting hydrophobic interaction within the protein molecules. So the minimal steric hydrons are the glycid side chain, where the hydrogen, which allows more flexibility than other amino acids, as well as the imino group of proline is held in the rigid configuration and reduces the structural flexibility of the protein. So it's the difference between glycine as well as the proline. So I have given the structures of amino acid with the non-polar, hydrophobic, and aliphatic R groups. So you can even able to classify them, understand them in the lecture notes clearly. I have given the same pictures in them. It was the another group of non-polar or hydrophobic aliphatic R groups. So, and the second one is, which is a R group of amino acids with aromatic R groups. We have seen the aliphatic R groups, and now we are going to see is aromatic R groups, so which includes phenylalanine, triosine, and tryptophan. These are the second group of amino acids. So they used to be participate in hydrophobic interaction, and which is more stronger than the aliphatic R groups. So tyrosine and tryptophan are more popular than phenylalanine due to the presence of hydroxyl group in tryptosine, as well as the nitrogen in the indole ring of the tryptophan. So they are used for the absorption of ultraviolet light at 2280 nanometer by tryptosine and tryptophan, as well as used to give the lesser extent of phenylalanine, which is responsible for the strong absorptions of light by protein. So the property is exploited by the characterization as well as the qualification of proteins present in this particular group. So on the third group is amino acid with polar and uncharged R groups. So it used to contain serine, threonine, cysteine, methionine, asparagine, and glutamine, where the hydroxyl groups of serine and threonine are used to contain a sulfur atom of cysteine and methionine with the amide group of asparagine, and gluten contributed to the polarity. These are the different characteristics in the uncharged R groups. So the R groups of these amino acids are more hydrophilic than the non-polar amino acids. So I have given the structures of the polar group, where you can able to see the structure so of the serine, threonine, and cysteine in this picture. And the fourth group, which is a final group of classification based on polarity. So the first one of the charged one is acidic, where the two amino acids with acidic R group are aspartic as well as glutamic acid, and the net negative charge at the pH of used to give negative charge at 7 pH, and the basic one, which includes lysine as a arginine and histidine. So they use these R groups used to have a positive charge at the pH of 7. So lysine is the second alpha amino group, and asparagine, which is a positively charged guanidine group, and histidine is an imidazole group. So these are the different groups which is present in the uncharged R groups. So I have given the pictures of aspartic and glutamic of the 4 groups of classification. So I have given the lecture notes in the description. If you have any doubt, just comment in the description. I can able to clear it for you. So if you like the video, like it and share it with your friends, and subscribe to BSc Agriculture and hit the bell icon to keep the regular updates. So thanks for watching the video. Thank you. I will catch you up in next videos.